Hello everyone, and welcome to the conclusion of Ninja Gaiden with my friend Skyzo. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. Hello, YouTube.
Where are you guys? Show yourself! I can't see you in front of a computer screen.
So who is this?
You will see. Did you catch that?
I think so.
Oh, they forgot to capitalize he. Or maybe they put a period instead of a comma. Either way.
So this is the final boss, right?
One of them.
Are there multiple endings?
No, just one.
Oh, maybe it's part of a phase.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess there are multiple endings in the sense that most young children just gave up here.
That's funny.
Oh no! They capitalized what? Alright. Fateful day. Against father and son.
Did you?
Yeah, you just target the clown nose.
Did you already kill him?
Yeah. So let's give that another shot. Be a little more fair. But yeah, in general, this fight is actually fairly simple. If you get to the top of the wall, he can't actually hit you. At which point you just wait for him to get scooch all the way over, and then hit the clown nose until it blows up.
Just hit the clown nose until it blows up.
Yep.
So what are those things orbiting him?
Fireballs.
I thought they were doing damage to him.
Nope. There is shield. Not that they do him a lot of good. So, that part's pretty easy. And the game even refills your health for this next fight. But it only does so once, because this cutscene only plays once. If you die here, you will have to fight this next guy with whatever health you have.
There he is.
Yep, the Jaquio. And one of the lamest deaths ever. He dies from that, but it doesn't even break his armor.
Maybe there was a special spell that, like, insta-killed him.
Maybe. So, the Jaquio. This guy is insane. Like, he spends the whole fight up there. He has these fireballs that home in on you. And the fireballs themselves only do, like, 1 damage, but his contact damage does 3. And if you lose, you start all the way back at Act 6. Something that the game does not do at any other point. I'll show you.
Yeah, so you died to illustrate that.
Yeah. So like if I died at 6-2, I just start at the beginning of 6-2. And if I die at 6-3, I just start at the start of 6-3. And if I were to die at, say, a boss, I would just start at the last section before the boss, like 5-3. That's how it worked for everything up until now. But for this moment on, you start all the way back at the beginning if you lose. And Jaquio is not a pushover, because these fireballs, they do not go away on their own unless you scroll them off. Just look at this mess. Look at it.
How would you even, like, despawn them? There's no way to scroll them off.
Oh, there is. And I'm gonna show you how. Basically, you have to stand either at the very top, the very bottom, or the sides. If you try to stand and fight in the middle, you're just gonna die. So here's the way I like to do it, and the way I recommend for beginners. So climb this wall, damage boost up to the top of that broken wall, and just camp up here. And scroll the fireballs up by jumping after every bout, like 1 second, like 1 1000, 1 1000, 1 1000, 1 1000. And you just sort of do that until you finally beat him.
That's fair enough. Can you do the spin thing on this boss as well?
You can, but only if you die to him once, because every time you beat a boss, it drains all your ninpo as part of your overall score.
Okay.
Now here's a better way of doing it. Here's how a machine would beat him. Want to know what I did?
Yeah, you just mash the button. I mean, yeah, that's a task. Like, let's see what you did.
Okay, so you know how I'm always talking about sword canceling and how you hold down while you slash?
Yeah.
That's not just useful for conserving a ninpo. It also allows you to cancel the animation of your sword, because if you look, I'm pressing down B, release, down B, release, down B, release. And if you do it fast enough, you can kill him almost immediately. But you have to be holding down as you attack, because if you attack before holding down, it won't work. The full animation plays out and you only get 2 hits while descending. So here's what it looks like with my skill. Basically, not so good that you just trivialize him, but good enough that you overpower him. The trick is, though, is that you have to hit him as he's coming and as he's retreating. Otherwise, you're not going to overpower him. You just get to the very edge of that pillar, wait till just after he passes the clown nose, and that's your window. And you also want to stick to the walls so that the fireballs go off the screen. Or, if you don't want to do any of that, you think both of those are cheating, you just do it the way most of us did it way back in the day, where you just stick to the floor until you wait for an opportune moment, and try to keep a straight diagonal line between you and the Jaquio. Because if you're right below him as the fireballs spawn, they sort of do this cyclone thing, where it's really hard to squeeze between them. Whereas if you're far away from him when he spawns those, you just run in a straight line and they fly over you. Those are much easier.
This one definitely looks like one of the easiest ones outside of, like, just camping.
Indeed. Well, you gotta have reflexes, though.
Also like how you call that ball in the middle the clown nose.
Descriptive, ain't it?
I mean, I don't know what else it could be, to be honest.
But, yeah, this guy, he's not so bad, except you get sent all the way back to 6-1 if you die to him, so you don't really get much of a chance to practice on him.
Yeah, also, wouldn't they have to, like, code this in for that to happen?
Yeah. It was like that even in the Japanese version, too, so it was just as brutal in Japan as it was here.
That's weird, so it's not a bug at all.
Nope. Also, if you die to him and have to run all the way back, the Masked Devil stays dead, so you can spinning buzzsaw him in that situation. And you can use the infinite potion trick I showed you at the end of last video, too, so the game still isn't as bad as most people say it is, but at the same time, I can see why a lot of people gave up at this point, too. Plus, there's another boss coming up after this.
So this is his father, right?
Yep, Ken Hayabusa. Or is it Hayabusa? I gotta look at the Japanese on that. Huh? What's that? You'd better throw those statues off while you can. Come on. the black moon, the solar eclipse. And he just lets it happen. Alright, so here's where you want to do a lot of pause buffering and a lot of sword canceling. As you do that, sword canceling is kind of a hard thing to pull off. You'll want to look at what I'm doing in order to do it, like the button inputs up there. But basically, you beat up the head, you beat up the tail, and then you hit the core at the middle. If you don't do sword canceling, you'll only do like 2 points every time you jump. And the fireballs, one, they go in a random pattern, and they do 3 hit points of damage. So, while it's not mandatory, I would highly recommend you practice the art of pressing B and down at the same time. And if you absolutely have to, you can press down slightly before you press B. That will cancel your sword stroke, it's just you won't be able to mash it as fast. And what I like to do is I hold down before I jump, and then attack, and then release it. That will at least let me get 1 in. Other than that, it's just about practice, and if you die, you die. Just make it back up with the spinning buzzsaw, and you'll be good.
I imagine it would be very difficult to dodge those fireballs if you didn't use pause buffering and whatnot. They look very difficult to dodge.
They're difficult enough that I can't do it consistently without.
Yeah, how are we supposed to react to them? Maybe if you get good enough. I don't know.
Lots and lots of practice. After being sent back to 6-1 each and every time.
That happens for the final boss as well? That's pretty punishing.
It happens for all of them.
Wow, okay. I can see why some people gave up.
Also, the castle is blowing up now. I'm not exactly sure how, but it's one more Fortress of Evil out of the way at least.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about castles crumbling like this. It's cool though.
Yeah. Also, but seriously, how did Ken die from a fireball? They do 1 hit point of damage and he was wearing armor. How weak is this guy?
Hey, maybe he's an old man, I don't know.
Maybe. He lost in the opening cinematic, too. Oh.
What's this?
It's Foster, the CIA guy. Remember him?
That was so long ago, I actually... Yeah, I do remember now, but if you hadn't told me, I wouldn't remember.
Well, now she's gonna kill us, I guess.
Why?
Because he wants the statues to rule the world. Fortunately, she was holding it up within earshot for Ryu to hear.
It's an interesting twist, I guess.
The more interesting is they don't actually follow up on it until the 3rd game, which chronologically is actually the 2nd game. It's like Ninja Gaiden 3 comes before Ninja Gaiden 2. It's not as obvious in the English version, but... Oh, by the way, a kiss for the young boys in the audience.
I wonder if, this series is still doing well. Probably is.
Well, I think they've got a series on the Xbox.
So is it still 2D or is it 3D now?
No, it's 3D.
Fair enough.
But yeah, Ninja Gaiden 3 actually comes before number 2, oddly enough. So if you're like me and you go from 1 to 2, you're just are we gonna do something about Foster? Hello? It's just this brand new staff of villains, and you're did Did we just kill him off screen?
Yeah, that's funny.
And then, like, 3 comes around, and I'm like, oh, they're stirring stuff up again. Boy, if only we had dealt with them before Ninja Gaiden 3, you know?
Yeah, that's a little strange.
But, stupid me, it turned out our version kind of hid the hints of the fact that number 3 was actually an interquel. Like, the Japanese version has an ending screen where it's like, awesome, now go play Ninja Gaiden 2 or something like that, and you're like, oh, okay, that's when this game takes place. US version, they edited that out.
Well, at least they had the foresight for it.
Yeah. So, what did you think about this game?
Well, I think this game is like... Well, first of all, it's very pretty for its time, and I think it's very impressive. Like, it tried some new things. Like, when you look back, you don't see many games like this. I can think of Contra, but that's about it. Like, I can think of, let's say, Ghosts and Goblins, I think, also had something like this, but yeah, those are also very iconic games, so like, this format must have been pretty good at the time.
It was great.
I mean, even for the difficulty of this game, like, I guess that's what set it apart as well, that and Contra and the games like it, and that's why they became iconic.
It's certainly made for a good walkthrough series, I'll tell you that much.
Well, you wouldn't have it, like, if this was an easy game, why would you bother, like, doing a walkthrough, you know?
Exactly. Anyways, thank you so much for all of your support, guys. Be sure to follow me if you want to see what other projects me and Skyzo have got cooking. Thank you for all your support, and God bless you.
Okay, see you, YouTube.
Bye.